I'm just kidding. Hi there. How are you? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and berries. Well, here we are. Here we are. It's 5. It's almost 5. No, it is 5. 5 on the nose. Beep boop. So I got my little monitor here. This is my phone. See if this thing's all working here. I'm not sure if it is. I should be popping in here soon. Can you see that? No, you can't. It's too bright. Too bright like me. So last time I was doing this, I was making noise and stuff, and this 5 thing was on there. I couldn't figure out how to get it off there. So here we are. It's Monday, and I'm running into the same situation. I got to figure out how to get this thing off of here. Can you see me? Let me check. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Sometimes I don't know, you know? Looks like I gotta push the button. There it goes. Yeah, it's doing the funny thing. See, I'm trying to be funny on here. I'm watching myself. I'm ahead of myself here. So trying some other new things. That's what it's all about. Persistence. Just got to give it up. So I was trying to figure out some things to talk about today because I had some other projects. So I had a little bit of time crunch. I usually don't have much of a time crunch, but I had someone I interviewed at 3 o'clock and took me about an hour to get it, to do the interview, 40 minutes. And then I had to upload it and all that stuff. And it isn't so much that you're busy doing it, but you have to wait. You have to, when you go to upload the video, it takes time for it to get out of the editor, and it takes time for it to download on your computer. Then it takes time for it to upload up to YouTube. So it's not really doing any activity, but just waiting. So I took my notes. So one of the things I want to talk about, because I was listening to a podcast about the concept of, or the tactic of sales. You know, there's always been a sort of a, I don't want to say a battle or a controversy between the people that make the sales and the people that do the marketing. If you've got a good marketing team, it makes it really easy for the salespeople. If you got a good sales team, then all your marketing doesn't go for, wasted. So that's kind of my take on the whole marketing thing. Marketing's kind of getting it out there and getting everybody comfortable with whatever it is. And the salesperson goes out there and asks for the money, closes the sale, sells them on the product or service. So the reason I bring this up is some people use these tactics that are NLP tactics in their sales process. Now, that can be good if it's in the right hands, but it can also be bad if it's in the wrong hands, because NLP stands for neuro-linguistic programming. And it's getting inside of the head of people, and it's triggering emotions because people buy from emotion and they rationalize it and justify it with logic. And NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, it's sort of been changed right now. It's been changed to be called neuro-linguistic persuasion, because it sounds a little better than programming. But at any rate, it's basically hypnosis, kinda. I mean, these are my takes on all these things too. Again, like I've said in previous videos, these are my opinions, not necessarily documented and true. You can figure that out for yourself and then accept your responsibility. So NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, can be very, very powerful if you know how to flip certain switches and get people to do certain things. An example would be timeshare sales. They get you to come down there for that free vacation, and they get you in that emotional mood. And then they use certain techniques, ask certain questions, and they get you into a position where you end up buying that product or service. So I've got a friend, David Kirkaby, that does sales training, and I don't know that he does much of this neuro-linguistic programming kind of training, and I'd like to get him on video someday and have a conversation with how he trains people how to sell. There's one of the things in sales that people have said that when you say, you're buying the sizzle, you're not buying the steak, or you're buying the hole, you're not buying the drill. If you go to buy a drill, you don't really care what the drill does as long as it makes a hole. So you're really buying the hole. So sales is a weird thing. Personally, I don't like sales. I try and do the things that I do so that the marketing is strong enough. So it's sort of, they look at it and they go, okay, that sounds like it all makes sense. But I have a real hard time asking people for the money. It's always been a challenge for me. Even when I was doing magic full time, I never really did follow up to close the sale. My old Expo partner, Rick, the Expo guy, I used to call him the pit bull because he gets on the phone and he'll call, always on, all the time, until a person either buys or gets angry. Myself, I'm a little more passive, and my thing back in the day when I was booking magic shows, I looked at it. I think my low price was $350 for a show, and I did a lot of postcards. And I had it figured out that about 50 cents per postcard, I could mail out a lot of postcards until before I broke even. So I could make $350 worth, send out $350 worth of postcards. And I'm not good with math, but that's like $650, right? Or 650 postcards. So I can send out 650 postcards to one individual. And if they don't buy by then, usually they would, because my market and my product, my customers were event planners. My product, my market was magic entertainment. So event planners use magicians, and there's a good fit. It worked really good. And there's only 365 days in a year that they can book you. So the odds are pretty high that I'm going to book a company picnic or a sales meeting or an awards banquet or a holiday party or a trade show function or a convention or a employee party of some sort. Usually would happen. So those are the days back when I was doing magic full time. So that's my thing on sales. What are your thoughts on sales? What do you think? Do you like sales? Do you think it's okay to use psychological tactics to get someone to buy something? I think it is if you've got the morals and the ethics to make sure that they're not buying something they don't need, like those predatory lenders trying to get people to buy houses that they can't really afford. Remember those days? That was chaos. So as long as it's done morally and ethically, you're helping people buy is all you're doing. Kind of soothing their fears and getting them to buy certain things. But if they don't really, really need it, don't be programming them into buying. So here's my other topic. And sometimes these topics I'm talking about are just, they're sort of things that have come up and they are pet peeves of mine, if you will. But that is the people that are hiding behind their profiles and they're wearing sunglasses or they're off to the side like this. You just see part of their profile. What is that all about? It's really weird. You know, it's kind of like that guy in, what was that, Home Improvement, was it? Where the guy was always behind the picket fence. Never shows his face. So people that put like a picture of their dog or their child or a flower or something on their profile photo, I don't know. I'm skeptical when those people are trying to sell me something, especially when something like cryptocurrency or something like that, and they won't come up and they won't get on a video and have a conversation. I don't know if I can trust them. And if they don't have the integrity, or if they don't have the enough self-esteem to get in front of a camera, I know that some people don't like to do that because they're shy or they just don't want to be in front of people. Well, that's why they wear masks these days. So that's my thing on the profile photos. It's something I wanted to bring up, that if you're trying to do some kind of business, you better learn how to get on video like this, and you better learn how to show yourself as your real self. You can't be hiding behind a profile, and you have to be ethical, honorable, likable, trustworthy. You know, you can't be, you know what I'm saying. So that's that tactic there. So we've been going for 10 minutes. And like I said, I don't do these too long. I try and keep them condensed so I can get the information that I need to in there. And see, this doesn't show up. Oh, I know why this doesn't show up. This is, you guys are supposed to click the, I got my friend Mike Wilkie on here. I have to watch my monitor here of my phone to see who's on here. Mike Wilkie, Brigitte, and Rita. Hello. Rita says, I'm lousy at sales, talking to people. I'd rather advertise it. I agree. It's easier to just advertise and have them opt into a thing and have some kind of sales video do the work for you so you don't have to. I don't know what it was, but I just had a hard time asking for the money. I'm not sure. I just never liked sales. And part of the reason I didn't like sales when we were doing the expo business is we were doing home improvement shows, and booths were $697 or something like that. And it was for people in home improvement, where they put in new windows or put a new roof on someone's house, or put a deck on the patio deck on their back porch or whatever. And they're making $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 on these projects, and they think they can't afford $697. I get frustrated. I kind of wonder, are you serious? You can't pay $697 to maybe make $10,000, $20,000? So sales to me gets me frustrated too. And my niecey's on here. Desiree, she's coming to visit. My niece Desi. That'll be fun. We can go walk around a lake or something. So what else do I want to talk about? I want to talk about KISS. I want to talk about KISS. That is, keep it super simple. You ever heard that acronym? KISS, keep it stupid simple. I don't like that. I like to keep it super simple. It's nice. It's more kind. It's more peaceful. So keeping things super simple. I do like to do that. To me, the whole process of business is threefold. There's three things: plant the seed, nurture the plant, harvest the fruit. That's all there really is to it. It's generate leads, prospective customers, develop a relationship. That's what takes the time, and then ask for the sale and collect the money. So that's all it really is. Plant the seed, nurture the plant, harvest the fruit. Keep it real simple. If you get into all the craziness and complications, it'll drive you crazy. So in the process of that, keeping it very simple. There's some other things. I think I talked about it yesterday, of how I organize my keys. I keep my keys in a certain order, so it's easier for me to find the mailroom key or the front door key or miscellaneous keys. Keeping things simple like that makes life so much easier, which kind of brings me into another topic of the 4 Ds. I want to share this. This is something I learned from my friend Ron Eccles. I used to office with Ron Eccles at International Market Square, and he did trade show sales training, taught exhibitors how to be more effective in their exhibiting. And he had the 4 Ds, which made total sense to me. It's do, delay, delegate, or delete. That's it, 4 of them. So either do it and get it out of the way, or delete it, throw it in the garbage. You delay it, which just makes you crazy if you just keep on kicking the can down the road, or you delegate it. You delegate it to someone else to do the job for you. So that's still something that I do. I delegate and I automate. And what I do sometimes is delegate the automation. I'll take a email campaign and I will automate it so I don't have to do it anymore. And then you can duplicate those kind of things. It's almost a cut and paste kind of thing, and you just shift a few things, and now you saved your money, you saved your time twice. So do, delay, delegate, and delete. Those 4 things. And Kat's here. Hello, Kat. How are you today? Dun, dun, dun. And this is another process that I use. I call it Gospa, sort of like gospel. In fact, I have switched it a little bit, if I can remember what I switched it to. But Gospa stands for goal, objective, strategy, plan, and action. And I changed it to gospel, like gospel music. I changed it to goal, objective, strategy, plan, execution, and lifestyle. That's what I did. I changed it. So goal, it starts with the goal. If you don't know where you're going, wasn't that in like the Alice in Wonderland or something like that? You got to know where you're going, or it doesn't matter. Or maybe it's Winnie the Pooh. I don't know. I can't remember. But those are some wise cartoons, those guys. So when you're planning a trip, say we're going to go up to Bluefin Bay up in this North Shore on Superior. We know where we're going, so we know how to get there because that's our goal. Now, an objective is a different thing. The objective is to get up to the North Shore. It's not a defined goal, which some people call a SMART goal, which is a whole other topic. I'll get into that later. Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. SMART goal. Have a goal that's concrete. And the objective is going that direction. So then Gospa, goal, objective, strategy. It's your strategy. How are you going to go about getting up there? Are you going to go part way and stop at Toby's and have a caramel roll and a cup of coffee? That might be your strategy for it. And so then your plan is like your map. You're going to go up 35W. So if you have all this stuff all laid out, and then you can take the action or the execution, and you get in the car, start it, and drive and go. And then enjoy your journey, and that's your lifestyle part of it. So that's the Gospa or the gospel acronym that I use in a lot of things when I'm hashing things through and I figure, okay, let's define our goal. Let's get real clear on what our goal is. Is it very specific? Do we know exactly what it is? And can we measure it? Do we know exactly when that goal is? And so some people don't do that. They just go, oh, I don't know. It's kind of nebulous. Sometimes they use the term goal as more an objective, and it's not really it's not an objective. It's a goal. It's got to be defined so you know when you get there. Otherwise, when we're heading to Bluefin Bay and we've got a vague understanding of where we're going, we just drive past Bluefin Bay because we haven't got it defined. But if the goal is defined, we know we're going to Bluefin Bay. That's where we're going to put a pin in the map and be there. So I've already talked about delegate and automate, and I talked about the D's, and I talked about the Gospa, and I talked about the KISS, and we got 18 minutes. I'm going to wind this up. Oh, look, Desiree said hi on there. I didn't see that. Hi, Desi. You must have pushed the little StreamYard thing so you could communicate. So sometimes people don't do that. And I understand because they don't want to click on stuff. So let's see. How can I wrap this up? Want to see a magic trick? Here, I'll show you a magic trick. Ready? Here we go. The ring and the finger. Ready? The ring goes on the finger. Ready? Watch. I'll do it again. Whoa, it's magic. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and berries, thank you very much. Peace, love, and happiness. That's all I got for today. See how that looks. It worked. Okay, have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe. If you're supposed to wear a mask in the store, wear a mask. What the heck? It ain't going to kill you. Well, it might. You never know. Depends on which side you listen to. And quit being angry. That's my other message. Don't be mean. Be nice to people. If you're going to go peaceful protest something, do it peacefully. Don't yell and scream and yell and shout, and stop calling people names. Don't throw bottles. Don't start fires. Don't paint on people's buildings. And don't push people. They taught us all this in kindergarten, for crying out loud. At least they taught me. Okay, that's it. Enough. Be well. Be safe. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'm probably going to do this again tomorrow, live at 5.